Raj, you sent me a question as far as balancing, building out features and functionality and kind of sales. Do you want to ask?
Yeah. My question was that when you started building the product, which was probably B2C in the beginning, and then you totally pivoted to B2B, what did you do with the product? Like when you build B2C, did you see before building B2B, did you see, okay, let me wait because I have received a lot of feedback on that and I cannot sell it as it is, let me build my amazing product first and then worry about the sales because so this is my question here, that did you
Mhm.
stop, not stop, or you kind of continued all the time, and more focus on this part than selling?
It's a great question, Raj, right? We were lucky. So as much as we are a B2B company, we fall into more of like a B2B to C category, which is we sell B2B, but the end user is in either B2C or B2B. In either way, the end user is the pet parent. And 99% of what we build is for the pet parent because in the end, whether you're paying 35 bucks a month or you're an employee of a company and you're getting it for free, either way, your experience needs to be exceptional. So everything we were building for when we were a direct to consumer company for the end user being the pet parent, was almost all the same things that we were building. So at the fundamental level, we didn't need to change so much of the product for the end user, right? For the employee, when we pivoted, what we needed to do was not change stuff, but add new things that the employer would care about so that they could see or visualize the way people were using it. So we had to build reporting, we had to build a dashboard, we had to build a security measures in because they have to send us eligibility files with people's names, sometimes their phone number, whatever it is that they want people to be eligible based off of. So we needed to get SOC 2 certified for that. We needed to do a lot of things for the employer, present data. So at the end of the visit, instead of just saying, hey, did you like your Airvet visit, rate out of 5 stars, we also had to ask questions like, what would you have done if you hadn't used Airvet? And they can choose like I would have gone to the ER or I would have gone to the urgent care because that means that they would have taken time off work to go do these in-person visits. And that's data and ROI qualifications and quantification that we want to send to the employer. So we can say to an employer, hey, you spend 318,000 on AirVet, but just on avoided employee absenteeism this year, you made 4 times that by being able to resolve things virtually so your employees didn't have to go in person. And we also saved your employees an average of $950 this year on vet bills, right? That's the stuff employers want to know that employees don't necessarily care about. So it was like adding new things for them while we continued to build out as many features as we could. And then the second part of that is a lot of market feedback from employers. So where are they struggling? And if they bring AirVet in, what box, right? What of Pandora's box does that open? So the SVP of Global Total Rewards is like benefits and comp and all these things, is a guy named Duncan McCallum from PepsiCo. PepsiCo, he was one of our first advisors, and he said to me, so we can have a whole separate session, Mike, on building advisory councils because that was probably the single greatest unlock for us making the pivot was having incredible market leaders, people who, the CHRO of Blue Cross Blue Shield Association, the chief people officer of United Healthcare, the SVP at Coca-Cola and Pepsi, the CHRO of Levi's, right? We took these huge people, the SVP at Starbucks, right? Just amazing benefits leaders, put them on an advisory board and they helped shape our product. So we didn't have to wait 6 months to get market feedback. We can pick up the phone and say, hey, I want you to look at this and tell me what you think as the buyer. So that was a huge unlock for us. And Duncan from Pepsi said, well, if we bring AirVet in as a benefit for telehealth, then that's going to open the door. Someone else is going to come in and they're going to be the navigation for pet care company. And then there's going to be a pharmaceutical online pharmacy company that comes in and says, we're going to help all your employees save on pet meds. And then there's going to be the pet insurance company and then the wellness plan company and blah, blah, blah. You're opening the door to 7 or 8 different point solutions. Employers have huge point solution fatigue. They don't want 7 or 8 point solutions. So if AirVet can slowly just build all of those things into the product and you are just the one solution that we're going to need for pet families and you do all of it, that's the holy grail. So that's what we did. right? So we built slowly, right? All of those different things. So now a huge part of our pitch to employers and why they market so excited is, hey, you work with Airvet, you don't ever have to work with another pet company again. We are the vendor, the full digital front door for pet care, whether you need a wellness plan, whether your employees need insurance, whether they need pharmacy, medications, home delivery, palliative care, navigation, online training, whatever it is, we got it on Airvet. And that was a big unlock for us as well. But that was through market feedback through our advisory board.